Yo, this is Dark, and here's a guide to the glory of the Nerub'ar Raider to get the Shadow Swarmite. Quick note before we get started here, all achievements are trackable in-game, so you can tell if you completed or if you messed up and you gotta reset the boss. But if you need some more assistance, you can go and download the add-on Instant Achievement Tracker, and that's what we used in my group here. Starting off with the first boss, you have to do slimy but satisfying. All this is having this little grub right here survive so he can't get hit by any of the boss mechanics. So when you pull the boss, make sure you're pulling on the other side of the room. The little grub will just start roaming around. You can burn the boss down before the first intermission. So have as many people go DPS as you can for this guy. If you do get into the intermission, just have one person designated to move the grub away from the charges so he doesn't get killed. And you can't move the grub by picking him up. You actually move him by scaring the grub. So you walk towards him and he'll run away from you. So make sure you're cognizant of that, and everyone else move away from the grub so the one designated person can do it without being interrupted. But yeah, simple little recap. Just burn the boss, tank him away from the grub, and get the achievement. So for the second boss, it's going to be you can't see me for the achievement. And for this, when you go to the upside down from the tank mechanic, the frontal, you'll be wanting to step on all these oozlings that are around the arena on the outside of the arena. They're kind of far away, so make sure you get a hoofing after you're killing those ads. You get that. Once everyone has that debuff from stepping on those oozlings, the whole raid wants to stack on each other. You stack, you summon an ooze guy, you kill that ooze guy, and then after you kill that ooze guy, you just kill the boss and you get the achievement done. Next boss gonna be Sick Parry Bro. On the way to the third boss here, you want to pick up all the weapons from the weapon racks. You're going to use these for the achievement. With these weapons, you'll get an extra action button. You get in melee range to the boss. You use that extra action button. The weapon will drop on the ground, allowing someone else to pick it up. The weapons aren't that easy to see, but they're on the ground, indicated by the cogwheel. So once everyone picks up the weapons and gets parried by the boss and has the parry debuff, you kill the boss and get the achievement. For the achievement Cowabunga, you have to kill Rashna after everyone gets hit by every single wave that happens. How we did this is we just had everyone stack on one wave. Well, the other wave went away from the group because they're getting hit by their own wave. You just do that every single time a wave comes out. And at the same time, you just try to burn the boss as fast as you can. If you can spare healers going DPS, just do that. Burn them out. The more good you are, the faster this will go and the less waves you'll have to deal with. And you get the achievement, you move on, baby. For the Brood Twister Overnax achievement, would you still / love me if I was a worm? There's going to be an egg on the outside of the boss arena. One player wants to get that egg. You don't want to take any damage while you're carrying that egg. You're going to be holding that egg until two players with the egg breaking mechanic during the fight stack on you and use that mechanic to break the egg that the player is carrying. Once that egg is broken, it will hatch a little worm dude. Once the worm is out, you want to do / love to that worm. Love him and be weary because he's an enemy technically until everyone loves him, then he becomes friendly, so you can technically kill his ass on accident. So watch your DPS, your AoE, all that stuff during this moment, but / love him, have him friendly, and then after that you just kill the boss and you get the achievement. I'll also add the macro that we use into the description of the video. I love you, Wormy. Kill streak will be the one for Princess Kavaza. Basically, you're gonna get her a debuff, and she has to keep this debuff throughout the whole encounter until you defeat her to get this achievement. You start this off by have someone right click this diary in the brazier to the left side of the boss's arena when you first walk in. Once they right click that, she will insta kill that person. You could just res them though, and that will activate the kill streak buff. And depending on your DPS and how fast you can burn the boss throughout the fight, you want someone to die before that buff runs off of the boss just to refresh it, because she has to die while she has that buff to get the achievement. Quick recap on it, have someone initiate the buff by killing themselves by hitting the diary, and then refresh the buff as needed, burn the boss, and get the achievement. For the Silken Court fight, you're going to have to do Love is in the Lair. To do this, there's going to be a couple items you need to get before even doing the fight. There's going to be a little plushie over here on the way to the princess girl's place, and then Arthix area, which is the main hub of all the last bosses, the last wing, whatever. There's a heart-shaped chocolate box here. You want to pick that up as well. And then before pulling the bosses, you want to throw the plushie at the Nerub-ar guy, so the big dude, and then the skinny dude on the left side, you want to throw the box of chocolates at. And that will give them the buff that will heal them when they're stacked together or close to each other, like 1% every 3 seconds, whatever it is. From then on out, you just kill the bosses as normal, but now you want to keep them apart from each other. So tanks, just separate them, burn the boss down, do the mechanics, and get the achievement. And then for the final boss, missed him by that much. It's probably one of the easiest achievements. You do the fight like normal, you get to phase 3. Once in phase 3, every single player who's alive on that last platform has to do this mechanic right to get the achievement completed, which is going to be surviving until the portals come out on 2 players. Those players want to be on separate sides of the room to make sure that when you use the portal, you're going across the middle, and that will take you under the queen to get the achievement. So put those portals across each other, make sure you have enough room to survive the ring that comes in during it, the gluttony ring that you need to dodge. Use those portals and then get the achievement by killing the boss afterwards. And just a quick heads up, on normal, we DPS the boss down pretty fast. So in the 3rd phase, you might have to hold your DPS so you don't kill her before she does the little portal mechanic. But other than that, that's it. Congratulations on your mount. All these achievements were pretty chill. A lot of them might take the whole group. So make sure everyone understands what they need to do before pulling the bosses and go get you some mounts.